First of all, my obeisances in Srila Vaishnava-aparadha, Srila Goswami Maharaj, and Srila Vaishnava-aparadha, Srila Narayana Goswami Maharaj, the lotus feet which remove all the fear. I offer my Dandavat pranams again and again. Also after that, my obeisances to Srila Vaishnava-aparadha, Srila Srimad Bhakti-vedanta, Maharaj, it's all the sannyasas present here, all the mothers, affectionate mothers, it's all the devotees of Mahaprabhu, to all of those eager to listen to Harikatha, to the feet of everyone. I offer my Dandavat pranams. Please, I'd like to offer my Dandavat pranams. So until now, you all have heard in Hindi language about the book called Bhajana-rahasya. So, the glories of the holy names. Srila Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, in the book called Harinam Chintamani, that he manifested, the due parts, or the appendix, or the supplementary or complement part of Harinam Chintamani is the book called Bhajana-rahasya. So how we should chant holy names, and while chanting, how all the pastimes of Bhagavan manifest in the heart. He explains in the Bhajana-rahasya. The more we continue chanting the holy names, by the influence of the chanting, all these lilas automatically will manifest in your hearts, like Maharaj was saying just now. So the devotee remember so many pastimes which are described in the scriptures. There are so many lilas. And when you chant the holy names, God Himself and His qualities, pastimes will appear in your heart, and automatically it will manifest Himself, like Krishna and His pastimes will automatically manifest. Bhakti-Vinod Thakur explains, in the Kali-yuga, there is no other way to attain to Bhagavan. To attain to Bhagavan, there is only one way, nama-sankirtana. In Kali-yuga, only by nama-sankirtan is that we'll be able to attain Bhagavan. How many times it's said in this verse? 3 times. Harer nama, Harer nama, Harer nama, eva kevalam. Only, eva means only. Only by chanting the holy names, our heart will be purified, and then all the ignorance will be destroyed, and naturally in your heart, the form of Bhagavan will appear in your heart. So to clean your heart, there's only one way, nama-sankirtan. Why sing 3 times in the verse? Harer nama, Harer nama, Harer nama eva. 3 times. For 2 reasons. 1, to show this steadiness, this dridata, this steadiness. Strongly, you have to do it. Otherwise, you cannot attain the perfection. So, Siddhi, perfection, comes from dridata, resolution, sankalpa. In English, it's said, do or die. It's just do or die. Do or die. This is called dridata. Strong, steadiness. You cannot attain Bhagavan in Kali-yuga by karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya. Like Krishna himself told Uddhava. Bhagavan himself told Uddhava in the Srimad-bhagavata, 11th canto. Swayam Bhagavan told this verse to Uddhava. Hey Uddhava, na sadhati mam jog, na sankhya dharma Uddhava. Hey Uddhav, by the process of yoga or Sankhya philosophy of Kapil, by this means it's not possible to attain to me. To attain to me only through following bhakti-yoga. In Kali-yuga, bhakti-yoga is nama-sankirtana. And which holy names? This. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's what Mahaprabhu himself said. In Kali-yuga, there's no other dharma, only chanting the holy names. Sorry, there's only one dharma in Kali-yuga, chanting holy names. Mahaprabhu himself said, what is this dharma? A maha-mantra, chant maha-mantra. There are no rules for this chanting. If you chant this maha-mantra Hare Krishna, you attain all perfection. Don't chant anything else, only this maha-mantra. Mahaprabhu himself said, if you love me, if you have affection for me, all of you, Mahaprabhu himself, he told, if you have affection for me, you follow my instructions. So, if we have love for someone, we love to hear his instructions and everything about him and what he's saying. When the kid is young, baby child is saying, Mama, Papa, Mommy, Daddy, isn't it? Mama, Mom, Papa, Papa, Daddy, or something like that. And parents love to hear like this. Later on, the kid will maybe speak very nicely. No, sorry. So the parents will love because it's their own kid. Their own kid. So your kid is blind, but then you call him Padmalochan, lotus-eyed, because you have so much possessiveness. He's my baby. So your baby is blind, has no eyes even, but you call him Kamalalocan, lotus-eyed person. Because you have love. So even if you speak in broken language, you love. So Mahaprabhu said in this verse, if you have love for me, everyone, if you have love for me, Mamata, so follow my instructions. Mahaprabhu himself said, what did he say? Follow chanting holy names. 16 names and 32 syllables. Maha-mantra. In the Narada Purana and Ananta Samhita, it's explained this verse of the Maha-mantra of Kali-yuga. Many people chant opposite. How do they sing? They start with Hare Rama. They sing with Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They chant up backwards. This is not proper. Especially Gita Press, it's a publishing house in India, publishing firm. Gita Press, they print many books and they say this in all their books. Anyway, so this is wrong. Gita Press, they say about this. They always speak about this. Gita Press, publishing firm, they make so many books in Hindi that you should chant Hare Rama, and then Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But Vyasadeva clearly said in the verses of the Shastra, Kali-yuga Maha-mantra is this one. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So Vyasadeva himself made clearly in the Shastras that we should chant Hare Krishna, this verse, Maha-mantra, 16 names, 32 syllables. Mahaprabhu is God himself. He knew, Mahaprabhu knew, after I go from this world, people start to chant opposite. Like I told, starting Hare Ram. That's why Mahaprabhu himself said, chant this Maha-mantra. And then he said, this Maha-mantra, Hare Krishna, like clearly Mahaprabhu told. And if you love me, Mahaprabhu said, all of you should chant this mantra and not anything else. You should not chant any other mantra. Maha-mantra Hare Krishna. In Bengal and other places, they are chanting this opposite, starting with Hare Rama. Even many people, like big speakers of the Bhagavatam, they say, oh, Maha-mantra Hare Krishna is a mantra from the Vedas. Not everyone is qualified to chant this mantra of the Vedas. They say, oh, Mahaprabhu came and then he started chanting opposite because people are not qualified. Even speakers of the Bhagavatam, they say this thing. But this is completely apasiddhanta, wrong philosophy. Whatever Vyasadeva has written in the scriptures, we should accept it. We should not chant any other mantra, only Hare Krishna, this Harinam. But how to chant this mantra? How to chant the Shuddhanam, pure holy names? Mahaprabhu Maharaj was saying, very beautiful example Maharaj gave. He spoke a very beautiful Ras Katha. I really like to hear him saying, very sweet. The sloka of the Bhagavatam, Evam Vrata Swapriya Nama-sankirtana. Maharaj is explaining this verse, Evam Vrata Swapriya Nama-sankirtana. These verses describe a person who is feeling prem and is always dancing, singing, crying and absorbed. So these devotees who have prem, when they chant the holy names, they are dancing, like for example with arms raised. Sometimes they chant holy names and start rolling on the ground, not to show off or to call up people's attentions. Oh, this is not dust, this is the foot dust of the gopis, let me roll on this floor. Oh. Some sahajis, they do this. No, naturally this mood comes to desire to roll on the ground. In Bengal, so many people are sahajis and thinking this is normal. Rolling on the ground and saying, oh, this foot dust of the gopis, but I'm not saying for you to insult or criticize the dust of Raj. No. But when prema comes, it's natural, the desire, or this rolling on the ground. It's a natural thing. Like Gorakshara Das Babaji Maharaj also. In the transcendental life history of Maharaj, we hear about this. Raghunatha Das Goswami also in his life. It's natural because in the stage of prema, very high class, so naturally they start rolling on the ground of Braj, taking the dust of Braj. And also some humility comes, like you heard, Gorakshara Das Babaji Maharaj told. He said, oh, I haven't ever been able to touch the dust of Navadvipa. My life is useless, fie on me. So I couldn't touch not even one particle of dust of Navadvipa. So with humility, he said, after my death, put a rope on my feet and just drag me everywhere here in Navadvipa. Then finally the dust will touch my body. This is his doina, his humility. Humility. The conception of Uttama-mahabhagavata, we don't understand his conceptions of Uttama-mahabhagavata. I'm not saying like you should dishonor the dust. Of course you have to always honor the dust, but don't have a sahajiya bhav. If you have sahajiya bhav, the bhakti will be destroyed. Gurudev said, do like normally you do pranam. Like naturally, okay, you do pranam, take the foot dust of the Vaishnavas on your head. But no, the Vaishnavas are walking, the Vaishnava will not give me his dust, feet. So just push the Vaishnava, and the Vaishnava falls, then you take his foot dust and put on your head. This is not proper. Gurudeva used to tell one kata. There was, a crop of rice field, okay? And some rice was growing, plants of rice. And in the middle, there was a small narrow path between the crops of rice, the rice fields. Okay, so that farmer could walk or like this. How do you call? Al. In Bengal they say. So anyway, al they call it in Bengal. It's like a small narrow path between the fields of the crops. So one Vaishnava was going, another Vaishnava coming. So when one Vaishnava saw each other, they did pranam. Oh, you're Vaishnava, my pranams to you. Dandavat pranam. No, I'm not Vaishnava. Come on. You are a Vaishnava. And the other said, no. You are Vaishnava, give me your dust for dust. No, I'm not Vaishnava. So they were doing this with each other. Then finally, two Vaishnavas were trying to take each other's foot dust. What happened? Both of them started rolling on the ground to try to take each other's foot dust. And then destroying all the rice plants. And there were small rice plants. Okay? Chara, oh yeah, the name I forgot Bengali. Chara is like the small plant of rice. So they were rolling on the small plant of rice. I am Adam, I am falling. And the other said, no, I am fallen. Then the owner of the fields of rice came, oh yeah, Adam, you're fallen. So he took a stick, I will beat you. Dham means like, I'll beat you, I'll hit you. It's like a joke with the words also. So, no, this is Sahajiya. Shastra explains. When you see a Vaishnava, Paranati Korea. Paranati Korea, Magi Bukari Relation. There's a kirtan of Bhakti-Vinod Thakur, he says, yeah, I'll see the Vaishnava and I'll understand he's the friend of my heart. When I see the Vaishnava, he's the friend of my life, my heart. And I do pranam to the Vaishnava. So I want to say, you should never have the Sahajiya bhav, okay? Be careful. So chanting holy names, naturally, one day, all this Rupa, Guna, Lila, pastimes, form of Krishna, everything will appear in your heart. Maharaj was saying, the Uttama-mahabhagavata, it's like this. Sometimes they cry. Why? Because they're feeling separation, Lila in their hearts. Sometimes they cry. Why? Laugh. Why laugh? Because some Milan Lila, meeting pastimes, is manifesting in their hearts. It's not artificial. Shastra explains. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada told also. Nothing is artificial. No need to do anything artificial. Naturally by chanting holy names. By the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Shuddha Nam will appear in your hearts. So first nama-aparadha and then chanting so slowly. Finally nama-aparadhas will take place. And then after nama-aparadhas, semblance of holy names, finally Shuddha Nam will appear. So this is Bhajana-rahasya Katha in this book. In the first like parts of the book, teaches us the glories of the holy names, how to chant the holy names, the pranali, the process of chanting the holy names. So there are Siddha-pranali, Gurudev said, I'm almost finished. One Siddha-pranali, which one? That Mahaprabhu has taught us, this process of perfection, Siddha-pranali, is trinad sunicena. This is the Siddha-pranali which Mahaprabhu has given to us. And Srila Rupa Gosvami also gave us a Siddha-pranali, process of perfection, which is adau, shraddha, sadhu-sanga, bhajana-kriya, nista, ruchi, like all the process of bhakti. This verse explains, starting shraddha. This is the Siddha-pranali, process of perfection. This don't need to, like the Sahajiyas. You don't even know how to wash your hand after doing number 2. And then you think, oh, you can already be given Siddha-pranali, you are this manjari, that manjari, this is your seva, transcanto seva, to meditate this. Think about yourself as being a gopi. You should serve Radharani in this way. You should dress Radharani like this, and they tell very high class Harikatha. Then thinking about all this, you know what mood comes in your heart? Lust. It's what comes in your heart. So that's why Shastra explains. If you are not qualified, never meditate in your svarupa. Otherwise, the opposite result will come because of lack of proper qualification. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains in the Bhajana-rahasya. First, you should attain the adhikar, and then finally, you can enter your svarupa and realize your svarupa. Otherwise, if you're not qualified, you fall down. You can fall down. So, should understand all this and chant holy names. There are 10 offenses to the holy names. Also, 6 kinds of vaishnva-aparadha, and 32 types of seva-aparadha, and also 10 kinds of nama-aparadhas. So you should always think about these 4 offenses and be careful. Gurudeva told all this. Nama-aparadha, dhamma-aparadha, seva-aparadha, and vaishnva-aparadha. So Vaishnava-aparadha is something that we really should be careful. Because if we commit offense to the Vaishnavas, Mahaprabhu, holy names will never give mercy to us. So the first offense to the holy names is Satam-ninda. Satam-ninda is the first offense to the holy names. Means to criticize the sadhus. Never criticize a sadhu. If you criticize a sadhu, never holy names will appear in your tongue. Never, ever. So you should never criticize a sadhu. Never, ever. Satam-ninda. Be careful. Second is to think that Shiva and other demigods, they are on the same level of Krishna. This is also nama-aparadha, offense to the holy names. Shiva is the sevak, servant of God. Vaishnavam jata-shambhu. Shiva himself said, I am servant of God. Third nama-aparadha is Guru Abhagya, dishonor to Guru. They think that Guru is an ordinary mortal human being. This is a dishonor to the Guru, Guru Abhagya. So there are 10 offenses to the holy names. Time is up, it's already 8:30 p.m. So you should always think about this. If you think about all this, like consider all this, your heart will be astonished. You should always consider all these things. If you don't, like you just criticize Guru Vaishnavas, you don't care about all these conceptions. As a fruit of that, you'll never be able to chant holy names. And all your wealth, even opulence, real money in your life, actually your lifespan, your beauty, everything will be destroyed if you criticize Guru and Vaishnavas. So, never, ever criticize the sadhus. If you cannot glorify them, okay, but never criticize. So here I stop my speech. So Bhajana-rahasya explains the glories of the holy names.